Some people have to be, so Hassan and Yusuf have to be human.
Okay. Hey. Oh, thank you, Chris. You know, without you, this would not be a party.
I'm starting to realise the gravity of what I let myself in for.
I know, you have no idea.
8 kids.
I, on a Friday, have a headache from the Thursday because I role play with these ones on a Thursday. Cake.
One's a little bit less.
Okay.
Your main thing basically is
Lunch, you know, the halal thing is the fish.
you basically think that everything's kind of like a moral lesson, and you're almost designed to ignore the moral lesson until the end. So yeah, cool mischief basically. Well, you are a good guy, but yeah, and so you're all about just doing things for fun. So
I don't know why I'm videoing all the parents sat on their own. This is a kids' party. I'll focus on the kids. It's them who've got to have a good time, not us. Oh, Tyler's here.
Also, even though you've got things on your sheet that you can do powers,
They're role playing.
If you've not got it on your sheet and it fits, you can try it. You just either have to spend a hero point, which you see so you can swim really fast. Sonic screen.
Nanu wants you to hold my camera and take a video. It's already recording.
We also have
You stood there like a
who
camera.
has a super armor which allows him to control gravity.
He?
And then, yep.
Why would I want to take a picture of empty seats? No, ma. No. Like photo tubo or picture tubo? Video? Achama, that's a very stationary video.
So yeah, you've got deluge, oceanus, dolphin,
Amma.
waterfall. Well done, he's been listening. High five. Oh, sorry, high five. We have Waterfall, who is an alien who's made of water, and if you shoot at her, she just turns to water and then appears somewhere else. And that is the Leviathans. They're the actual superhero team of the city. Who are very famous in the city. But in the rest of America, nobody likes them because they're aquatic heroes, and everybody knows they're aquatic heroes or something. At least that's what everybody thinks. Okay, so we shall begin the game with the ape team. Okay. Guys, would you like to describe what your characters look like, or do you want me to describe them? Okay. It's true. So Dr. Simeon, courtesy of Steve over there, looks like this. He was once a normal man until he took a serum, which turned him into a monkey man. But he despises the term, and so he refers to himself simply by his first name, which happens to be Simeon. Therefore, he is Doc Simeon. This will be at the front pages of the comic to introduce the heroes. Doc Simeon with the proportional powers of a monkey and the intuitive intelligence of a very, very intelligent man. There he is. That's Doc Simeon. Okay, Ape Crusader, would you like to describe yourself or shall I? He's pretty simple really. Yeah. Okay, well he's a gorilla, he's a silverback gorilla who has got a black mask which covers this half of his face.
Sorry, no worries.
Black cape. And then he's got a gadget belt. Yeah, he's basically that ape.
And I've got a video on my arm.
Yep, and he's got like a wrist communicator on his arm, which is the belt. Being that your boss is the Midnight Watchman, you've probably got like kind of silver, like moon-coloured sort of like wrist communicator and belt. And they do things like so yeah, so that's the Ape Crusader. Then we have the Arcade Ape. So yeah, he's pretty simple. Arcade Ape is basically just an orangutan. He doesn't really have a costume. He's just an orangutan. So with a really, really big gnarled stick, and on the end of the stick is this fragment of a crystal. Would you like to describe what the crystal looks like? Blue. Okay? It is a blue crystal. When you look into it, you sort of get weird sort of. If you look at it for too long, you just get weird fragments of thoughts that appear in your mind, like views of space and black holes and comets and that kind of thing. So never look at it too long, it's a bit weird. Then we have Just a Gibbon. Would you like to describe what this looks like, or shall I? Okay, so a gibbon is the very smallest of the apes. So Just a Gibbon is indeed very tiny. Just a Gibbon is tiny enough that he often chooses to sit on the shoulder of his best friend on the 5,000. So gibbons are only about that high. They look like monkeys. The only real difference is they're not monkeys, they don't have tails. He does have a little propeller cap that spins round at all times on his head. And he's bright green, which gibbons are not. But he's a cartoon gibbon. And yeah, he just looks like a bright green cartoon gibbon with a propeller cap. And he possibly also has a little red cape, tiny little red cape, which is too small to be of any use. That is Just a Gibbon. Would you like to describe the Hunger of 5,000? Yeah. He's basically kind of also looks like a gorilla, but like an entirely upright about how high? Yeah, he's a 15-foot high metal gorilla with, well, kind of like a vague ape shape, not specific quite vague, with like bright red eyes. And then like, his cannons basically pop out his arms. He's got these like kind of heat generators like going from his shoulders, like this big circle in each shoulder, which kind of runs down his arms and power the further cannons. Okay? And then we have the Chimpion. Would you like to describe the Chimpion? Yeah. Helmet of Athena is the classic ancient Greek style, so like big kind of wings sort of thing. You've got the sandals of Hermes, so those have got wings on them as well. You've got the shield of Ares, probably got like, you know, scenes of war on it, like, you know, big swords, axes, that kind of thing. Probably loads of vessels decorated across it. And the hammer of Hephaestus glows bright red. It's kind of similar to Thor's hammer in kind of size and shape, but it like burns bright red and it has all these like markings etched with Hephaestus himself. So down the side you've got the sandals of Hermes. Yep. Okay, so we'll describe the Leviathans when they turn up. Describe your front cover action pose.
I'm just sort of standing.
He's a good games master, isn't he?
He's very motivated.
And my staff is just sort of
I'm near it.
Like that, I'll point forward. The blue light on the end of the crystal shining at the reader as he stands like this. Excellent. Describe your front cover action pose. Just a Gibbon is doing this. He's just at the front corner of the front cover going, which is very appropriate. Excellent. Okay, describe your front cover action pose.
On a seat, on a big tiny robot that can like dirt.
So say again?
On a seat on a big tiny body that can match it up.
So, at the back of the cover there is a big pile of unconscious like gangsters in like typical like caps and suits and that kind of thing with ties and their Tommy guns lying on the floor. And on top of them is the Ape Crusader asleep like this, which is amazing. I almost want to just give you a hero point just for that. Right, okay. Dr. Simeon, describe his front cover pose.
Right. I'm like standing on a pole or something, and I'm like got a speech bubble next to me. This
Nana's done a classic, you know. I'm just popping home to get the camera. 3 hours later, where's
In the
Nana?
background you've got him on the pile of bodies, and then behind him you've got a lamppost. And on the lamppost swinging around is Dr. Simeon.
He's like probably old enough, he's gone home and gone, I wonder what I'm doing.
Spinning around, so multiple versions of Dr. Simeon spinning around the lamppost.
He's doing really well, he's about 18, no?
Yeah, he's 75.
Okay, front cover pose
Let's
for
put it this
Chimpion.
way, was it? Amma was about 17 when she had me.
Yeah.
Nana was how much? 10, 20 years older?
Yeah, he's around 15. So it's 13, 15, 17. One of those three numbers.
Yeah. So that just makes them ancient. If you add more up
He
together.
turned 75 this year. So it's
A very angry looking chip with
January,
a
so,
massive helmet and a hammer.
yeah, he's doing very good for his age. But
Yeah, like, basically my parents look better than a lot of my friends who are like 50.
And then, yeah, so we just got these two. Like, you glaring at the radio, and then behind you a 15-foot high mate, which is also just stood there like this, absolutely glaring. Excellent. These two don't get on the front cover because it's not their issue yet, but they might appear in the next issue. But there will be a little footnote at the bottom that's going to say, good starring the Leviathan.
It's amazing getting all these kids quiet, you know.
This is like some deep stuff.
Right.
I roleplay with them on a Thursday. I have a headache on a Friday every time.
So just this is a short little thing. Still 2 pages. There's stats against each character. They gotta work.
Secret face off the Midnight Watchman.
Yeah.
As we cut to show a rooftop nearby as the group of apes gather. As the Ape Crusader is leading you into space.
He's
leads you into the side of the
really
clock
He's a
tower.
preschool
Opens up a
teacher.
control panel.
He's actually a qualified teacher.
This
So he
seemingly
knows how
ordinary
to
wall opens
pitch,
out
and
into a
he knows how
lift.
to.
But like I'm a teacher and I don't know how to pitch. Not everybody's got the skill. But like he gets their attention by being silly. Like
Doors open.
But also, like, he just uses different tones, different actions, different body. He's like, you know, very good in communication and keeping their attention.
Yeah.
Because
because when I taught primary school, I lost my class 30 students. I lost them all by the end of the day because I just couldn't keep them.
yeah, the attention span is crazy now. Unless you have a way of just constantly flicking them, like what?
It's that kind of similar kind of layout. Feel like the back cave looks like all the kind of steel walls, that kind of thing. Trophies.
How's everything going anyway then? Are you still teaching adults?
Yeah, I'm teaching adults and I'm loving it, but I've made a bit of a mistake, which is I've finished all my courses early.
Okay.
So now I think, because I'm a supply teacher, I don't get paid if I don't go. So they're going to sack me over Easter, I'm sure, because they've noticed I'm just twiddling my thumbs and having a party, we're having a coffee, chilling. It's not my fault I finished early. I thought
What's
I
the
was
problem
late.
about being a contractor? If you do a really good job and you do things deliver early, you're like, oh yeah.
Now they don't need me anymore.
You will recognize one of the noble heroes.
They like me, they want to give me a job. But if they give me a job because I'm through an agency, they have to pay my agency £1,000. But apparently if they hire me through the agency for a year, they don't need to pay me. So in a year's time they can give me a contract and that'll make a difference. Because they're paying £29 now and I'm getting 17.
Yeah, that's agencies. That's the problem with getting any jobs through agencies.
Yeah.
As the Midnight Watchman approaches you, greetings, Ape Team. I am the Midnight Watchman. I have had my good friend, the Ape Crusader, bring you, as I need your help.
Okay, Steve.
I am flattered you will compare me to Mr. Hawking. However, as you notice, I at least can still use my voice. Unfortunately, the rest of my body was crippled by one of my enemies, the Muscle Man. We suddenly cut to a tragic flashback, so the Midnight Watchman being held up in the air as this guy who's made of muscle is slammed down onto his knee. The doctors tell me I will never recover, and so I can no longer fight crime, which is why I freed my gorilla friend here from the very same circus of these villains. We cut to show another flashback to show the Midnight Watchman opening this cage. We cut to show this crazy gorilla fighting off all these evil superpowered circus performers. What was your cat? Poor Hudson here has been kept by a group of superpowered criminals known as the Freak Show. They masquerade as a circus, using the illusionary powers of Big Top. We cut to show a flashback of an incredibly tall man, about 7 foot high, but even way thinner than me, like kind of stick thin, with a really long nose, a really long monocle, and a mustache, and an extremely tall top hat, which extends his height to about 9 foot when he's got the top hat on, and very long tails. Big Top uses his illusionary powers, as we could show a panel of him gesturing like this, with lines of energy sort of emanating from his monocle as he gestures people with a hypnotic swirl in his monocle to control the people of the circus, seeing his performers as ordinary performers. The rest of them proceed to rob the crowd. I have been trying to stop the Freak Show now for the past year. Unfortunately, my last foray ended in the freeing of Hudson here, but also my crippling. It is therefore that I have had Hudson find you, upon seeing news footage of other apes with heroic qualities, I thought it was time to draft you together into the big league. Are you ready to help me, ape team?
What's in it for us?
Is there a hero?
Well, of course, reputation for ape kind, to show that not all apes are supervillains. And trust me, enough of them are. We could just have a flashback of him fighting when he actually could walk and fight a gorilla who had big octopus-style tentacles coming out of his hands and out of his mouth. Supervillains always experimenting on apes, as I'm sure you understand. This is a time for you to show the people of Babylon City that you are good, that you are heroes. Will you help me?
Yes, under your condition. You teach me more about humankind.
I will teach you all that I know, Arcane Ape. All that I know. As I have Hudson. Very well, it is a deal. I will shake your hand, but you know, paralysis from the neck down.
Isn't supervillains non-fiction? I don't know the difference.
These are very much non-fictional supervillains. They're actual supervillains, if that's what you're asking me, Gus. They are bad guys, you need to fight them. Very good. Excellent. Then, this is your mission. The Freak Show are performing their next show tonight, where they will, of course,
take your
fool the
time.
audience
This is
into
going to be going
believing
on
they
for
are
hours, you
an
know.
ordinary circus
See you.
and then they will rob them. You must stop them before they steal all of the belongings of these people and escape into the night. Screen, show them. Very well, Midnight Watchers, as the big screen in the back simply displays to show Babylon City from above, and then shows into Babylon City Park, which is where the circus currently is. The circus is currently being set up. The show is due to begin in an hour. Well, you can do that. At this point, team, you can discuss what is your plan. The Homenoid 5000 suggests that you get there beforehand and stop it. And
Halfway through the show, run in, leap towards them and start shouting, look at the monkey.
interesting plan, says the Watchman.
I've got an idea. I've got an idea.
There's a panel of Gusty Bank immigrants. He's like, I have a plan. I'm going to get into the thing and go look at the monkey. There's another panel of his face too. I have a superior plan. What is your superior plan?
The moment it grabs the money bag, we go and Reggie, and then, so everyone thinks it's big one. And then we just punch them into the next side.
Do any of you have any other plan?
I do. Wait, and then I have a method that we try to find some evidence that they're not
But the problem is the Big Top has illusory powers. He can make his crimes appear to be not happening. Indeed, they are circus performers.
Okay. Do all the kids have to gather around the cake for the photo opportunity? I think there's a photo. It's a Bengali tradition.
Yeah.
Children have to stand around the cake for the cake cutting.
Strike a pose.
Everybody.
This moment to recline.
Yeah.
Go on, children.
Come on, everybody.
Well, it's not actually even been 2 hours since I started doing that. Quite a while.
You've been going non-stop. You're amazing.
It's not even been 2 hours because I only started at like 11.
Really? You know, we're both teachers and we're just like, how do you have that, you know, you just keep going.
How do you keep their attention? Otherwise, I just...
You're doing amazingly.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You would never guess that those kids are little terrors.
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, I thought that was going to give me a hell of a time. I've obviously had the one that the youngest who's up and like, I'm going to kill him and I'm going to do this. I'm like, no, you can't do that. Keep going on. What's that? It's easier to do that with kids than it is by adults. Because I'm going to do what I like because it's a role-playing game.
Yeah, because I'm an adult
You're a
too.
superhero. You can't throw the circus at them. I'm like, oh, okay. To be fair, I do that at work all the time. Children want to play games.